You better write this down, you better note this down. Forget the bus, there ain't no beat. You better write this down, you better note this down. Listen, listen to me. You better write this down, you better note this down. Forget the bus, there ain't no beat. You better write this down, you better note this down. Listen, listen to me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do you know you're slowing down? I know you're falling down. Do you know you're slowing down? I know you're falling down. Do you know you're slowing down? I know you're falling down. Do you know you're slowing down? I know you're falling down. I know you're falling down. Thank you, everyone. We've been Trow.
Forget the Buzz there by Shetland's Trow, performed at last year's the Buffet 14, the Shetland Rock Festival. I'm Dirk Robertson and here's Mario Lane.
Hi boys and lasses. Today I'll be reading to you from the Book of Trows. Now, a Trow is a mythological being in Shetland, similar to your Norwegian thrall, but they are about 3 to 4 feet in height, live in the hills. They're a grey-skinned being, often with blood-red eyes or black eyes, sometimes clothed like kind of human clothes but old-fashioned way, and they only come out after darkness has fallen, and they often come out to kidnap humans for their needs, whether it's to breed with or to look after their own children or just for music. And the Book of Trows goes through various stories about the Trows in Shetland and their encounters with humans and about how to ward them away from you. I would actually like to begin by this really fucking creepy passage. There's a lot of different Trows and lots of different kinds of Trows, and there are these Trows called the Cunnel Trows. They live up in the north of Shetland.
The Cuddle Trows?
Cunnel.
Cunnel.
Kunnel. And it was said that the Cunnel Trows themselves, they couldn't actually... They had to... Well, basically, they were like immortal. They were immortal, but they would have to reproduce and have a bairn, because otherwise they would just kind of waste away into nothing. But
so not really immortal then.
Oh, I can't remember. Let me find the story. What the heck is the Cunnel Trow story? Basically, the Cunnel Trows, they were immortal, but it was in their culture to have a bairn and carry on in lineage. If you didn't choose to have a bairn, then you were kind of outcasted by your community. So you could live forever, but you were on your own. It was a lonesome lifestyle.
So if you were a virgin, other Cunnel Trows made fun of you.
Yeah, pretty much. Here you go. Oh, Kunnal, the Cunnel Trows. And there's one Cunnel Trow king, who didn't care about the consequences of being ostracised from his community and left and lived in a broch. And there he formed goo. And goo, he made goo.
As in G-U with omlauts.
G-O-O.
Okay.
It's goo, Derek. Does that mean pretentious bitch?
No, because there's that pudding called goo.
See, pretentious bitch. It's expensive pudding.
Okay, back to that spooky
got
music.
Got one in the fridge. Well, actually, I got a cheap version of goo in the fridge.
G-O-O.
One Trow king braved all consequences and took up his abode in a ruined broch, which is a round building from the Iron Age. And for centuries he was the terror of the Isles. His only food was formed into perfect models of fish, birds, babies, and it was said that those images had the goo, smell and taste of what they represented in form. Isn't that crazy?
Wait, say that again.
Okay. His only food was earth, Oh, I missed that one. His only food was earth, formed into perfect models of fish, birds, and babies.
Okay. So
It was said that those images had the goo, smell and taste of what they represented in form.
So next time I eat a meal, I'm gonna be like, that had the goo.
Sorry, yeah. So if you eat pasta, you're like, that has the goo of pasta.
All right.
Funnily enough, it is pasta. So ignore what I called goo earlier on.
So sorry. Just to clarify, if you have earth and you form it into a baby, and you eat it, it's so much like a baby. It has the goo of a baby.
Only if you're magic Trow, a magic king Trow, and you can make this happen.
Honest to God, if I was a magic king Trow and not be making babies and eating them out of earth, I would be doing much better things than that with my time.
So anywho, a witch who craved to know the secrets of Trowland, which has like the best theme park ever. If you like,
not until you get to the food stall, and it's like, this earth has the goo of a baby. Okay, spooky. This is spooky.
Wait, come here. We need to birth this Trow and feed its child. Anyway, a witch who craved to know the secrets of Trowland was assiduous in courting the bachelor, the Trow king, and persuaded him to marry her on the assurance that her art would show him how to prevent the death of the death he dreaded. So the death that he dreaded was the fact that when he has a baby and the baby grows up and matures, he himself will die to make way for the child. That's what the Colonel Trows had.
Okay.
His history broke off at his marriage, so maybe it didn't work. But it was said that from his union sprang the Gantfer and the Finnies. So the Gantfer and the Finnies come from the birth of this witch and Trow king.
What are the Gantfer and the Finnies?
Well, I'll tell you. The Finnies is the being who appears before death, personating the dying person.
Oh, like doppelgangers.
Yes, or your death. It's called, and like, it's right Norse beliefs that your death comes and greets you, and it's not the kind of death you have from, like, say, Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey or the Seventh Seal. It's like, it's you.
That's the German word doppelganger, Germanic doppelganger, is yourself. And that's why if you see yourself, you have to get away from yourself, because that's death coming to get you.
Well,
and that's why a doppelganger is actually a terrifying thing. But it's been cleaned up. So nowadays, if you have a doppelganger, like if you meet somebody that looks exactly like you and everybody's like, holy crap, that is a doppelganger of you. But actually, that's not a good thing.
that happens to me the whole time. Because any lass with brown hair and brown eyes is my doppelganger. That's funny, because Dad's your doppelganger. And you're his son. Maybe Dad's a Colonel Trow.
Holy crap.
Well,
when I finally lose my hair,
you've gone and tattooed yourself, so you've just broken the circle.
Until he tattoos himself.
Maybe he's mad because he wanted tattoos first. So anywho,
spooky story. So
in some cultures, your death is always the opposite sex of you.
So
it's like you, but the alternate version of yourself. Say something.
And that was a Finny.
Yeah, so the Finny is the being who appears before death.
I like that.
And they're basically quite friendly. They're like, come with me now because you're going to die.
So death is actually a friendly thing. It's not 100% negative.
God, I would hope so. Have you ever... Oh, no, of course you haven't. Have you ever read The Amber Spyglass? Don't read
Is that like the Golden Compass too?
It's the third one of that trilogy,
Golden
yes.
Compass 3.
Yeah, but that's actually technically called the Northern Lights. But anyway, in the Amber Spyglass, they meet their deaths, and it's interesting. And the Gantfer, so the other babe of the witch and the Trow King, the Gantfer is what we, in modern days, would call the astral, who, so say some spiritists, is ever waiting to enter into some human being and ally itself into the physical life. So that's fucking terrifying. It's fucking terrifying. The Gantfer are those beings who want a body and a soul, and they're those there's those spirits who just follow humans and try and possess them.
That's really interesting because they're talking about that as if they were born. They were born without bodies.
But yeah, so I think for the witch to try and make babies to the Trow King, she really fucked on them babies. Because one doesn't have a body, and the other one just only appears when somebody else is about to die.
So when she said, "Look, I have childbearing hips," and then she was lying. she just let out a queef and a fart. And then, honestly, they're kids.
Anyway, the witch, whose charms proved irresistible to the bachelor Trow, was said to have paid a clandestine visit to her mother and told her many secret things. So basically, when you married a Trow and entered into Trowland, you left the earthly realm. You left our own planes of existence and travelled to a new plane of existence. And there's many stories of people who went and courted or got taken by the Trows, and that was them gone. And there were examples or so-told instances where people, for example, one woman was taken by the Trows, and one day her brother saw her, and he's walking along the hill, and there's like, it was almost, they described it like a weak point. So there's a chance for energy to go between two planes.
Where two dimensions are crossing over.
Yeah, exactly. And the hills seem to just open up. So instead of there being hill, there's a big hole in it. And you could see his sister just sitting there macking. She was knitting. And he saw his sister, and she looked at him, and they saw each other for a brief moment in time. And he said, "What are you doing there?" She said, I'm still with the people of the hill. I'm still with them. Now, the one power that can always overcome a power is the power of God. So if he was to have used God's name in that instance, said, "God be blessed, you're here," the Trow's spell would have broken and she'd have been free to walk through to her brother. But because he failed to say, like, "God be blessed," or "in heaven's name you're here," the spell of the Trows is stronger than theirs, and the hill just disappeared over her and she was never seen again.
Wow. Is she stuck there then?
Yeah, with the Trows. But every now and then there's a kind of a weak point where people can communicate. But if you don't use God's name or saying, like, you know, like do a cross or do some kind of Christian action, if you don't do a saying, then the Trow's power overrules.
Wow.
So that was so the Gant from the Finnies were born. It says, oh, for fuck's sake!
Did you lose that page? What were you doing all that time when you were looking for the page?
I found it, and then I lost it again.
I should illustrate that book.
Okay. Too late. But you can illustrate it in more depth.
I could just illustrate your actual book.
The witch whose charms proved irresistible to the bachelor Trow was said to have a clandestine visit to her mother. So again, this was an example where she managed to sneak away from the Trows and told her many secret things. But she created, her mother said, a sensation among the Trows. But we may suppose she had not found life agreeable, for she gave her mother many instructions how to provide against the enchantment of the Trows, who tried to decoy unsuspecting girls into their unhallowed domain. Her parting words to her mother were this: "Noo, ma'am, mind ye hae the poor things the lasses will kiss to boot when the grey woman stealers are out upon their pranks."
That's actually terrifying.
That is scary.
Because she calls them the grey woman stealers, and that just sounds like alien greys.
This bit's fucking weird as well.
It gets worse.
Our Shetland fairies are very unlike Shakespeare's daintily clad creatures and lovers Irish good people. The Shetland creatures are small grey-clad men who is ill-lucked enough to spy them. They are so fond of music they play the fiddle continually. Their melodies are peculiarly wild and sweet, and have a little of Gaelic as well as Icelandic tunes. No wait, where does it? Oh, here, this is fucking mental. Where is it? To see a Trow is incredibly bad luck. Mm-hmm. It's a bad sign. To hear a Trow but not see it's incredibly good luck. But there's a really funny bit where it says, and this bit made me feel really eerie as well. It describes Trows perfectly as these dark-eyed, grey-skinned beings that if you make contact with them, like eye contact with them, they cannot break eye contact with you. They will hold eye contact with you as long as you have eye contact with them. But they can't walk towards you, so they have to walk backwards while they make eye contact with you, and their only option is to walk backwards and stare at you the entire time. How fucking weird is that?
Super fucked up. And now we have, to close the show, the latest track from a band called My Sleeping Karma. This is a track called Moshka, and it's got a cool video, so check it out on YouTube, Moksha. So goodbye, and thanks for listening to our special episode all about Trows.
Thank you for listening.
Bye now.